each day of the week. Come on, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. What you waiting for? Come and take a seat. Like and subscribe, this is where you wanna be. Cause you know we gon' talk about it. Let's talk about it. Get in here, we in here tonight. So get in here, we in here to vibe.
Hey, y'all, we are back. We are back. We are back. You know what? I should have made this a, let me see something. Let me see something. Let me see something right quick. Let me see something. Let me see if I can make my virtual background this. Hold on. Let me see how that looks. Y'all, I'm back at the hotel, honey. Y'all, listen. Oh, look, I done changed it already. Anyway, we are back with the Ask Amoira. I should put it back on my Vegas, huh? The one that I was in Vegas. Y'all remember when I was at the hotel, I was at Motel 6. Which one y'all like better? Do y'all like my Ask Amoira? Spicy relationship questions? Trying to get out the way so y'all can see it. Or do y'all like the other one? Which one? Let me change it back right quick. Let me go back to the Motel 6. Y'all remember this one? This is the one I was at when I was in Vegas. And they swear I was in Motel 6, baby. Y'all remember this? This should take y'all back to, a while ago. Remember? Anyway. Howdy, howdy, howdy. How y'all doing? We got a lot of questions, but I'm only going to answer 4 today and the rest tomorrow, okay? Because listen, we got it. She said, is this Motel 6? Yeah, girl, you know I used to live in Motel 6. This is the Motel 6 I used to live in. Look. Y'all can tell I don't have my green screen. I'm going to start me an Amazon list so I can get me a green screen. Look at me. And a lads. She said, I like the Ask Amoira one. Oh, you do? You like the red one? Well, this one kind of matched my blue. I still got on my blue with my yellow fingernail polish. What up? Let me stop. Anyway. I'm a whole clown. I don't know if y'all know that. She said the intro sounds so good in my car when I'm driving. It sounds so good in the car. All right, y'all. I stopped and got me something to eat. All right, listen. We have some questions. The first question, and I had to clarify with the person that asked the question, and they are not directly talking about me, but you know, I'll answer it to what I know. All right, the first question is, why is it hard to let go of someone that hasn't really chosen you despite giving your all? When will you choose you? That's actually directly relating to what we've been dealing with. So why is it so hard to let go of a person that hasn't chosen you? In my opinion, I don't think people like rejection, right? And people, when you get with a person, you think you are giving them your all. You give them your all, and you expect that to be reciprocated. You expect that person to give you back what you're giving them. And when they're not giving it back to them, it makes you want to try. It makes some people want to try harder and harder and harder. I think we all have a level of competitive. Y'all know what I mean. I can't even say the damn word. Competitiveness. We all have a level of competitiveness where we want to compete and win. So what do? We're like, we want to win this. 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 We want to win this, right? So I think it's 1 for the fear of rejection, and 2 because we want to win. It's not too many people want to throw the towel in and quit right then and there. You know what I'm saying? We all want to try to give it our all just to see what it'll be. So that's why I think that we end up, it'd be so hard to let go. And we always, for whatever the reason, we think that the moment I let him go, the moment I throw the towel in and give up, he's going to run over to Sally and he's going to treat Sally like the queen, like he should have treated me, right? We have the fear of missing out, and we think that we're going to miss the good, the heal, the whole, the undamaged individual. We feel like we're going to miss out on them, okay? So that's why I think that it's hard. It's so hard to let go. It's so hard to let go. So what do y'all say? She said Sally can have them. Glenn says Sally can have his ass. Okay. Rose said maybe they see the potential in the person. Okay. You know what, Rose? You so funny. She said go ask Bree. But Bree's not the only one that is hard to let go of someone. Hell, look at Robert. Somebody should have said go ask Robert. You know? Or it also could be because you see the good in them. Well, actually, it says, why is it so hard to let someone that hasn't really chosen you? Never mind. That doesn't apply to him. Why is it so hard to let go of someone that hasn't really chosen you? I think it's hard to let go of someone because you want to see the good in them, you know? The next question is, what is the most pain you've ever been in that wasn't physical? What is the most pain you've ever been in that wasn't physical? So what has hurt you more? I guess it would be what's the reason? I would say for me, it was what's the most pain I've ever experienced? I'm trying to think. Mine would have to be okay. When my son was in his early 20s and he was not following the rules and the regulation, getting himself into trouble. When the lawyer told me, well, when a lawyer, the one that I ended up firing, told me that my son will probably have to do 10 years in prison, that right there, that was the most pain that I think I've ever felt in my life. Like it was a kind of, it was a stab. It was a stab to think what he would have to endure for 10 years. And that's why I was like, nah, I would rather die than to, than for my son to have to go away for 10 years. So I think that was the worst pain I ever felt. I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't think straight. Oh my God, it was hard. It was crazy. So that was mine. What about you guys? Tamik said the disrespect from my oldest daughter. Ooh, your daughter? Daughters are normally respectful as hell. How old is your daughter, Tamik? She said, when my son was facing 40 years, my heart was broken. Oh my God, I can't even imagine 40, girl. I was like a damn noodle when he was facing 10 years. But all I can say is, but God, did he get 40 years, Cassandra, or did he get any years? Your oldest daughter is 34 and she disrespects you? Shantisa said when my son moved out. That was some painful when your son moved out. She said my 22-year-old son wanted to unalive himself. Oh my God. I'm so sorry to hear that, Nisi. Now that would be painful. I wouldn't even know what to do. What would I do? I would talk life into him. Tell him how much we love him and how much he means to us, and how the world and life wouldn't be the same if he wasn't nowhere around. Man, I would speak life into him so damn good. You hear me? She said, okay, Jen, I'm going to ignore Amora. Amora talking about one thing. They want to talk about Brie instead. Like, damn, let this girl live her life the way she choose. My heart goes out to all of you guys that have lost kids and loved ones. Girl, I would not know how it feels. I lost a child that wasn't born. I had a stillborn, but that was in my stomach. That ain't the same type of pain as having the pain of a child that you birthed and raised, and then they pass away. I wouldn't even know how that feel, and I don't want to know how it feel. She says, no, I paid so much money, over $30,000. My son got 1 year probation, 1 year on the box. It's a true statement. Money talk. When you say 1 year on the box, you mean he had to spend 1 year? Does that mean 1 year on the box? I'm not sure what that means. But you said you spent over 30,000. I spent over 25,000. And my son didn't spend a day in jail. He spent some hours, maybe like 4, but not a day. And he was facing 10 years. And oh my God, child. Money do talk, though. Money talk and BS walk. You hear me? She says, my oldest daughter is 22. She's learning the hard way in a very toxic relationship with a 2-year-old that they share, and another one on the way. It's hard to watch and guide when they don't listen. Yeah, she's 22. Maybe she'll grow out of it. My son was a straight knucklehead from the age of I want to say 19, but hell, I want to say 18. I saw little things, and then I saw little things And then it escalated. And I should have nipped it in the bud when I first started seeing them. But so 18 and a half to about maybe 20. Maybe 26, 27. It was hard seeing my son like that. It was very hard seeing my son like that because I kept saying, you're not the son I raised. You're not the son I raised. You're not the son I raised. Where's the son I raised? Have y'all ever asked y'all's kids that? Where's the child I raised? Where is the child that I raised? That's what I want to know. My son used to say that made him feel bad when I would say, where's the child I raised? Because I did. I used to be like, where is the son that I raised? Because the son that I raised didn't act like this. I went to Iraq and came back, and my son was a little different, you know. Oh, okay, Rose. I got you, baby. Rose. I got you, honey. So I think a lot of people hurt was because of their child. I'm seeing a lot of people hurt more than physical was because of their own kids. She says, Miss Amoira, Tamika is in here talking ish. Which Tamika? Who is this? That's not Tamika. Why? If we are in a segment that's called Ask a More and we're talking about relationship question, why would somebody come over here and be disruptive, right? And want to push their weight around and try to get somebody to answer something that's not even like, why would they want to come over and try to bully the comments? Like, why would you do that? We're on something different right now when you're coming over being disruptive. For what? What was that for? What was that for? What was that for? Was you even thinking? Anyway, let's go to the next question. I swear, these mental illness is real. All right, question number 3. Okay, so for number 2, the most pain that people have experienced for the most parts of the comments that I read was because of their child. And I understand because we have this deep unconditional love for our children, and it pains us to see them in pain, going through it, you know, having struggles and heartaches and stuff like that. So I think that we really have a very deep love for our children. Most people do. Most people have a deep love for their child. And when they child in trouble or in, getting ready to face some heartaches or some difficulties, yes, we feel like we're gonna, when the lawyer told me my son was facing 10 years, I felt like I was facing 10 years. Do you know what I'm saying? I felt like I was about to go down to the, up the road. But all I can say is thank you, God, because I'm telling you, woo, Jesus, listen, all I can say is thank you, God, because my son did not spend not more than 4 hours in a holding cell. My son never even had to go upstairs. Woo, Jesus. Thank you, honey. That's all I got to say because my son was facing 2 felonies and 2 misdemeanors and did not go to jail. You hear me? He did not go to jail. He was placed on probation for a year and the judge dismissed it. He didn't even have to do a year. He didn't even have to do the whole year. His probation officer violated him by smoking weed. And when the probation officer violated him and I talked to a lawyer, they was like, well, if he got violated, the judge may give him the 10 years. And I was so scared, but the judge threw it out. The lawyer told me, he said, listen, I'm going to take it before a judge that I know that's going to get this dismissed. And I kept doubting him like, how do you know that's going to happen? Are you sure? Are you positive? Like, how do you know? He kept saying, calm down, mama, calm down. Oh, shoot, I don't have my headphones on. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all? Oh, I can hear myself now. Jesus. Jesus. But he was like, calm down, mom, calm down. Can y'all hear me better? Calm down, mom, calm down, mom. You know what? I don't think putting the headphones on changed my voice. I think putting the headphones on lets me see or lets me hear that I'm screaming. So me with the headphones regulate my voice. Okay. I don't even think it changes the way I talk, except for it lets me know when I don't have the headphones on because I can't hear myself, right? It lets me know I can hear myself through these headphones. So I know I was screaming before because I'm not now. Okay. So that's why a lot of people probably wear headphones because they can hear themselves and they can control their voice, all right, to where they don't have to be screaming so much, whatever. So anyway, but the lawyer kept saying, you know, she said your headphone lowers your voice. I think it lowers it because I can hear myself screaming. Like right now, I feel like I'm screaming. Oh my God. Anyway. So he kept telling me, I just gotta wait for a judge. I gotta wait for he was waiting for a particular judge, waiting for a particular judge. She said, so I should wear headphones. Yes, Queen Fee. Yes, you need to get your pair of headphones, sweetheart. And you would listen, if you got headphones, you wouldn't be able to scream as loud because it would hurt your ears. You would hear yourself, right? She said, I love those headphones. They are pink. Yes, they are pink. So, but that ordeal with my son let me know that the legal judicial system is effed up. It favors those people that can get hold to some coins. And it does not favor those that don't or cannot get hold to coins. So because we were able to get hold to a few coins, we were able to get my son out of trouble. And when I tell you, I thank God so much, man, it just made me think about it right now. This has been years ago. My son is 33. This happened when he was like 21, 22. But let me tell y'all something that I ain't never shared with y'all. My son was so scared. My son said, Mom, they gonna get me in jail, Ma. They gonna get me. Y'all, my son is a high yellow, short. He ain't real short. He like 5'8", 5'9", but that's short. High yellow, small framed, nice looking guy, right? My son is a very handsome young man. And my son said, Ma, they gonna get me. They gonna get me, Ma. They gonna get me. Man, my soul crushed. I couldn't breathe, really. I'm just like, oh my God. Like, I can't explain the pain that I felt, but I was determined to do whatever it took. I don't care if I would have had to pay $1 million to get my son out of trouble. I would have found $1 million. Do you hear me? I would have found $1 million because my son was like, Mom, please, Mom. I made a mistake, Mom. When I heard him, right? She said, headphones on serious stuff. No headphones when you're doing some straightening. She said, use your headphones when you're on some serious stuff. But when you're cussing a mofo out, you don't need no headphones. This is what Break Room said. Hey, Break Room. But when your son, when your son come to you and he's scared, right? Right? And he said, Ma, they gonna get me, Ma, they gonna get me. They gonna get me, Ma. I already know they gonna get me. Man, my heart broke. I was willing to do whatever. But after that ordeal, when he did get off, I looked my son dead in the face and I had to tell him, I cannot want your protection, your life protected more than you do. Meaning, you have to worry more about your protection than I have to worry about it, because my son knew, man, I probably aged a few years going through that ordeal because I was stressed out. My husband was so mad. He talked to my son one day and he was like, you would not do this to your mother. You would not do this to my wife. She can't sleep. She can't eat. She can't think. She's around all night pasting over you, worried about you. caring about what's going to happen to you. You will not do this to my wife. You will not do this to my wife. He was like, we're going to pay the money. We're going to get your ass out of trouble, but you better keep your ass out of trouble. Right? And he did. My son didn't want to go to jail. He was scared as hell, and he didn't. And all I could say is thank you, Lord, because if I was broke, totally broke, my son would be out by now, but still he would have did 10 years over some foolishness. It ain't like he unalive nobody. My son ain't sexually assaulted nobody. It was a what do you call that shit? It was I can't even think of what you call it now. Y'all remember back in the day when the police would leave a car parked with the keys in it? Oh, somebody said, don't tell it anymore. It's okay. My son would be okay with me telling this. But you know, when the car was parked and they left the keys in it and the windows down, they called it something. I can't think of the name of it now. Where's Jay? Bait car. That's what it was. Bait car. My son got hooked up and my son had a car. He drove up behind him and his friend. They was out like at 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And he drove his car up behind another car. He said, the windows was down. He said, we was just like, let's look in the car for some money, some loose change. They wanted something to drink, right? And it was at night and he was broke. He took his car and drove up behind another car. He got in the car. It was a camera in there, but they didn't know the camera was in there, okay? And they were taking things, but my son actually saw the camera and was like, I just hit my arm again. God damn it. My son saw the camera and was like, dude, let's go. Let's go. They never started the car up. They never drove off with the car. But his friend took 3 items out of the car. My son didn't take nothing. My son saw the camera and said, man, let's go, let's go. But because he was caught on camera and his friend took 3 items that none of the items worked. They put like a fake Rolex or something like that in there. I think it was a Rolex, a navigation system. Back in the day, you used to remove a navigation system out the car. Now they built into the car, but it used to be a portable navigation system. So it was a Rolex, a navigation system, and I think the third thing was a police radar detector. His friend took those 3 items. Neither one of them worked, right? But because they entered the car, they was charged with like breaking and entering. Because they took something, they was charged with, I think, grand theft or something like that. And then it was 2 more charges, but one of them was for breaking in the car, and it wasn't breaking in it because the car was unlocked. But anyway, long story short, it was 2 misdemeanors and 2 felonies, right? My lawyer, the second one, because the first one was full of shit. He was literally going to make my son, literally telling my son to plead out, plead out, plead out. I'm like, no, the fuck, he's not pleading out. No. Anyway, but he said if he don't plead out, he was going to get 10 years. Oh my God, Jesus. Anyway, even to think about it just makes my stomach hurt. But at any rate, we got a lawyer. We got a second lawyer. First, we had a white man as a lawyer. I fired his ass after I cussed him out in court, literally in front of everybody. Didn't give 2 shits. Cussed him out. My son was like, Mike, they're going to put you in jail. And I didn't give a damn. I could have got put in jail because I disrupted the court and everything. Had to call my husband. I didn't go to jail, y'all. But I cussed that lawyer out in the courtroom. And that's how I was introduced to the black guy. Literally walked up to him and said, are you an attorney? Can you handle my son's case? Literally, that's how I hired the black attorney. After I just cussed out the white guy, I was pissed off at that dude because he literally didn't give a fuck about my son and wanted my son to plead to a lesser charge, and he still would have had to sit down. And I didn't want my son to sit down. I'm like, I thought you pay a lawyer to, get a person off, not for them to plea out and get some type of time. He pissed me off so bad. Ooh, I could have, anyway. So I fired him right there, and I ended up hiring the black guy in the courtroom. I was so heated, so mad, and my son was so scared. Like, Mom, I'm gonna go to jail because of you. I'm gonna go to jail because of you. Mom, I'm gonna go to jail. But anyway, hired a black guy, and the black guy was like, I saw somebody put it in here. They said it's unethical or something like that. And that's what the black guy said. What did she say? Somebody just said, okay, here it goes. She said, bait car, and it was considered highly unethical because they only did it in black neighborhoods and it was considered entrapment. Exactly. And that's what the lawyer was saying. He was like, you know what? He did say that that was entrapment and that, it was wrong for the police to do that, but they were getting a lot of people on it and sending a lot of people to jail. So believe it or not, there are people still in jail right now for bait cars. So if you have a child, if you have a son, please tell them, I don't even know if they even do it now, but please tell them if they see an unlocked car, if it ain't theirs, don't touch it, okay? Because sometimes they try to set you up, and they did. I'm not missing what my son did because it was no reason for him to drive up behind another car and do what he did. However, the attorney that my son had said the same thing, that cops were doing that in those type of neighborhoods to catch people, to get them off the street. And they was working with lawyers, like the first lawyer we hired, that actually want these young fellas to do a plea deal. They want them to plea down, but still take them off the street. It still give your child a record. You understand what I'm saying? They still go to jail. They still have a record. It's still going to be hard to get a job, and so forth and so on, right? I didn't want that for my child. I did not want that for my son. Did he make a mistake? Yes, he did. Was he, being a butthole or whatever that night? Yes, he was. But did he deserve 10 years? Hell no. My son is not a thug, and I shouldn't say it like that, because everybody that's in jail doing 10 years are not thugs. They was just someone was at the wrong place in the wrong time. And my son was definitely in the wrong place at the wrong time. So anyway, the lawyer got him off. The lawyer got him off. Well, he got 1 year probation, but he didn't even have to do the whole year. He didn't. When he went back to court, because the white guy, his parole officer, violated him on weed. Now, the first time my son was caught smoking weed or whatever, he didn't violate him. He actually said, I'm not going to violate him because you guys seem like a great family. Y'all military, y'all live decent, so forth and so on. But the second time my son, because they make you do drug tests and stuff like that when you're on probation, pay money, do drug tests, go to classes and shit like that. But my son piss hot, or I don't even know if it was piss hot. How do you detect weed? Pee? I don't know. However he was able to detect it. They detected him for the second time. And the second time he was like, Mama, I got to violate him because he's not listening. I have to violate him. Man, my heart dropped. I was like, oh my God, my son about to be violated over smoking weed. I was so upset with him, so mad at him. But we went to court eventually, and the judge dismissed all of it, dismissed the violation, took him off of probation, and told my son, and go be great. Go be great. Now, I don't know how it was actually done. I really never really asked. All I know is I told my son, I can't worry about you more than you worry about yourself. I can't worry about your protection more than you worry about your own protection. But when I tell you, child, my son learned his lesson. Sometimes it only take that one time, okay? He's never got in trouble again. Well, that's not true. Not that type of trouble. The next time he threw his girlfriend phone and pled guilty to a misdemeanor. So he has a misdemeanor on his record. So if you pull my son's record, which I'm sure those, people have, the only thing that's on his record is a misdemeanor where he broke his, used to be girlfriend, but now baby mama, he broke her phone. And, I had to pay $300 for that. Pay the girl $300 or whatever. And that was it. He didn't get no probation or nothing. We just had to pay for the broken phone, and that was it. So, but anyway, that was, why did I get on that? I think I got on that because that was the most hurtful time ever in my life that I just thought I wasn't going to be able to breathe. She said, Amoira, do you think your son was acting out because you was away in the military and he was sad and acting out as a way to get those feelings out? I would probably say that had something to do with it, but my son later told me, and this is where I think that a lot of mothers need to stop babying our boys. Okay. My son actually told me that he felt like he would never be a man and that he will always depend on me. We had such a very, very close relationship. And my son grew up being called pretty boy, pretty boy, pretty boy. And that's another thing. If you have a good looking son, try to steer from, concentrating on his looks. Okay. Because in my case, my son, my son's father is mixed. He's black and white. Okay. So my son came out high yellow and, not more brighter than his dad, but he's high yellow compared to my complexion. He was high yellow and he was very cute. And so he grew up being told by girls, everybody, you cute, you cute, you cute, you cute, you cute, to where he was picked at in school, right? The other guys picked at him for being a nice looking guy. And he said something to me like he felt like he was always going to need me. My son actually grew out a beard and was looking real raggedy one day. And I was like, why are you looking unkempt, right? I'm like, why are you looking like that? Go get a haircut. Go. No, I don't want a haircut. I want to look like this. Why do you want to look like that? I want to look rough. I'm tired of being called a pretty boy. I'm tired of being called handsome. It makes me weak, is what he said. It makes me, appear weak, like I'm not a man. And he told me that he felt like he was never going to be a man or whatever, and that he was always going to need me. And I'm like, but what are you talking about? Like, it's okay to need me. He was like, no, Mom, I don't want to need you. I don't want to need you, Mom. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? You don't want to need me. He didn't want to be, he was called a mama's boy and, all this other stuff. And he didn't want that. He was like, I don't want to always have to need you. So anyway, so don't baby your sons, they don't want it. We think they want it, but they don't want that. They don't need it. They don't feel like they are the providers that they're supposed to be if mommy can't let them go. And it was hard to let my son go. I ain't gonna lie. But I had to give my son to the Lord. Now we good. Me and my son like this. I just got off the phone with him yesterday, right? We good. But it was a time when I was like, Lord, he yours. I can't do nothing with him. He is yours. So all I'm saying is we want to hold on to our boys. We love our boys, but you gotta take the tight hold off your sons and let them be a man. And sometimes being a man is letting them bump their head. We be right there ready to catch them so many times. But sometimes we have to let our boys fall. We do it to our girls. We'll let our girls fall and tell her, get back up and dust her shoulders off. But we won't let our boys fall. For some reason, as mothers, will not let our boys fall. We want to be right there, catching them right there with our hand right here and catching them. Don't fall. I got you. Sometimes your boys need to bump their heads, and it's okay. They got to learn. So with that, when he told me, I don't want to have to need you, I'm just like, huh? I didn't understand it. But I do now. He's 33 now, though. And I love the man that he's become. I really do. My son is a straight girl dad, like a real one, not an internet one, like a real girl's dad. He is a girl's dad. I asked him one day, I said, would you come on a podcast and explain what happened to your other relationships? He was like, yeah, I'll do it. But, I told him, I said, when things fizzle down and, people are not trying to, blast you all over the internet or whatnot, I'll let him come on and he'll just talk about, times in his life or whatever, But let's go to this next question. I can talk about my kids all day long, but anyway, if someone says you are just like your partner, would you consider that a compliment or an insult? So if somebody told you you're just like your man, you just like your girl, would you consider it a compliment or an insult? With me, I wouldn't consider it. I wouldn't consider it an insult at all. But would I consider it a compliment if they say I'm just like Jay? I mean, I would probably be like, you blind. Because Jay and I are quite different. However, we're different, but the different don't make him bad or me bad. We're just different. So if somebody's like, matter of fact, we was talking about my daughter earlier. My nephew says, dang, auntie, you look, Jalen look just like you. I said, she looked like me, but she act like her stepdaddy. Okay, she act like her stepdaddy. Not that he acts bad. It's just that he has traits that I don't have that the two of them do have. Like, for instance, my husband and my daughter are both very time sensitive. They don't like to be late to shit. 1 minute past the time that they wanted to leave is considered late to them. Whereas me, if you say 8 o'clock and it's 8:04, like, why are you tripping? It's just 8:04. I feel like everybody deserves a time grace, like grace time, like grace period, right? Well, my daughter and my husband don't think that. They said if they say we leave it at 8, I remember it was a time we left a few minutes after 8, and me and my husband was mad for the first 30 minutes of the drive. And I think it was like 8:04. And he got such an attitude about it. I'm like, Jay, it's 8:04. But you said we were leaving at 8. No, actually, you said we was leaving at 8. Yeah, but you said you'll be ready at 8. It's 8:04. It is 8. Hell, 8:04 is 8 to me. You understand what I'm saying? But 8:04 is not 8 to them. My daughter and my husband will have a fit if you have them late for something. You ain't ready. You ain't ready. They want you to stand on what you say. Everything. It ain't no grace periods for them. Where it is for me. I can change my mind at the last minute. They like, how can you change your mind at the last? If we supposed to go to the movies, leave at 7:30, and I say, and if we supposed to walk out the door, and I say, you know what? Let's go to the later movie, honey. They mad because they didn't already planned in their head everything, the whole thing. They're gonna go to the stand and pick up the popcorn. Then they're gonna go get the candy. Then they're gonna go get the soda. Then they're gonna pick out the chair. Then they're gonna go do this. They all got it all planned out. And if you deviate from that, they feel away. So with that said, would I consider it a compliment if they say you're just like your partner? I would probably say, no, I'm not. But would I want to be like him? No. I have more of a relaxed life than them. I feel like they need to relax sometimes. They feel like I need to get on it sometimes. But I feel like they take life a little bit more serious than me. What I mean by that is they got the pep in their step. I used to be like that before I had cancer. And then while going through cancer, I realized that why I'm in such a hurry to get everything, be there on time and get everything right and cross the T and dot the I and everything got to be perfect. So I just realized that it was time for me to stop and smell the air, breathe a little bit. And I dial back the whole lot. Like I don't consider myself late, even if I'm late, right? Because I'm not rushing nowhere. If I'm late, then I'm just going to be late. I'm not about to rush. I'm not about to speed to get nowhere. No, I'm not going to put myself through that stress to just get there. I'm late. Drive normal. I'm going to get there. If I don't now, I'm going to call you and tell you that I'm running late or something like that, but I'm not about to break my neck to try to get nowhere, right? So I wouldn't consider it an insult because I'm not saying what they do is bad. I'm just saying that I'm different. So I don't know if I had to say anything, I would have to say I would consider it a compliment, I guess, because they are on point. But then again, I don't think I would want to live my life that strict anymore. So now what they do, they do this to me all the time, but I kind of know a little bit, but not 100%. But they always tell me that the movies start at this time when it doesn't, right? Because they always allow me time to be late. So that's why we always early this shit, because like my husband will say, think something start at 1:30 when it really don't start until 3:30. And so I'm thinking that we're late, but we're actually early. He does that to me all the time. Hence why we was at the Battle of the Bands a whole hour early, right? We was there an hour early, and by the time we got out of our car and got the popcorn and sat down, we was there for 30 whole minutes just sitting up there just looking at empty chairs because they do that to me. They have to tell me a time that's not really the time. So I always know that whatever time they give me, I know I got a little bit more time because they always do that to me. He will never tell me that it started at 8:30 and it really, really started at 8:30. He's not going to do that no more because he know we could be late. So I would say, so what say y'all? Would you consider it a compliment or insult if someone says you are like your partner? I think most people probably would consider it a compliment because I don't think that you would want to keep a partner that is horrible and you wouldn't want to be like them at all. You know? She said, you got to enjoy your popcorn. I did. And look around and look at all the other people that came in late. That's what I did. Looked at everybody else like, damn, you late as hell. They go to band right there already performing and you bring your ass in here. But yeah, hubby on time, baby. Y'all ready for this next question right here? She said, Amoira, your military training has gone out the window. Jay said the same thing, Candy. Why you just said that? Jay said, Amoira, people will find it hard to believe that you were a captain in the Army. I said, why you say that, baby? He said, because everything that you did when you was in the military, you undid it since you've been out in the military. I said, what you mean by that? What the hell are you talking about? But I did used to be a little bit like dress, like a lot more stricter. I laugh more now. I absolutely do. I mean, I don't know if it's a good or bad thing, but it's good for me. I do laugh way more now, whereas before I was so, I told y'all my son used to call me, he used to say, yes, ma'am. Thank you. He said, yes, ma'am. What did he say? Yes, sergeant. Yes, drill sergeant, ma'am, sir, whatever. That I would have to ask him how he used to say it. But my son used to think I was a straight drill sergeant. I don't know. I'm glad I'm out the military, child. I'm glad I'm out. She said, I'm more be having to tell you to take the uniform off. Oh, yeah. Felicia had to tell me, okay, I'm more get rid of that military because it was I will say, and even some of the people I talked to, Tinker's one, you know, I will put my military hat on sometimes and be a little bit strict on things. And yes, Tinker's had said, we ain't in the military. Or Felicia said the same thing. Okay, all right, I need the other more. Let's get rid of this military more because I be back here strategizing. That's how I be. And I know people probably think I'm mean And what I'm like, no, we're not gonna do it that way. So this is how we're gonna have to do it. This is how we have to approach it, right? I'm always strategizing in my head, right? Like, no, okay, this is how we have to do it. No, you can't, no, stop for a minute. Think about it. Let's think about it. So now I am like that. I'm very strategic, because I think some people like to just, as soon as they hear something, they like to run out and take care of it right now. And I'm like, no. Let's think about this. Let's think about this. So I don't hardly ever react right away. I let things marinate until I thought about it. And then when I think about it, and that's when I take action. Like Felicia, you like to just handle it like that. And I be like, wait. Let's think about this thing. Okay. Now, after we think about it, you were like, all right, now this is the approach we need to do. And 9 times out of 10, I ain't gonna say 100, but 9 times out of 10, it'd be like, oh, okay, I like your approach. I like that way. I like it. All it is a little thinking, like, hold on. Because if we always act off of impulse, right, we might get it wrong. And we still might get it wrong even after we've thought about it, right? But if we stop for a moment and think about it, at least we can say we thought it through. At least we can say that. So that's why I don't like to fire back right away, because I may say the wrong shit. So I have to say, wait. All right, let's think about it. That's why that was a lot of reasons why we used to have these headquarters meeting here. That was probably because of me. Hold on, let's think. Let's think about this thing. She says to Felicia, like Amoira, we don't have time to come up with a plan. I'm ready now. Yes. Felicia, be ready. Oh, hell no, I'm going like, wait a minute. What you gonna say? Hold on. No. Think about this thing. Now, I'm going to tell you something about Felicia that y'all don't know. Once she at it, oh, it ain't no stopping. That's it. You might as well go and let her get it out. Because it ain't no drawing back. She's like, fuck that. You know what I mean? Fuck that shit. I'm going to have to take this one. And now I think about it next time. I didn't text Felicia. People be like, Felicia on live, going slam off, saying this and saying that. I look, oh, shit. Felicia. No, fuck that. I call you back. Felicia's like, hell no. I'm gonna have to take this one right here. I'm gonna take this L right here. I'm gonna like this one. She be like, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I calm down tomorrow, but I'm giving them the business right now. I'm like, all right, it's gone. Let her have it. Let her rip it. You ain't pulling her back. And Miss Tanya says straight like that. She said, Felicia's a passionate soul, very passionate. She gonna get out what's on her mind. She gonna tell you. Then she gonna think about it later, be like, damn. Well, I'll be like, hold on. Oh my God. She said, Felicia, like me, F that. I'll pray about it. I'll pray about the consequences later. She said, oh my God, I remember when you was told something about Jeremica, you would be like, are you sure 100 times? Put us on hold. Put us on a whole call her while she was on live. Listen, I did. You're right. I do. I question things. I do. I play it out in my head. My husband always tell me, oh my God, you're so analytical. Y'all would not know. Y'all would not believe the arguments my husband and I have. We have intellectual arguments. You would think that we were both nerds up in here. You're so analytical. Why do you have to analyze everything? And I'm like, babe, because I break it down 15 different ways. You hear me? I'll be like, okay, so now if we do it like this, then this will happen. Now, if we do it like this, that will happen. But if we do it like that, then that will happen. I'm always a cause and effect type of thinker. Like, I think about what is going to be the reaction from what is being said or done. I actually think it's a good way of living. But sometimes in my arguments with my husband, he says, Oh my God, why do you have to be so analytical? Why does it have to be 3 different options? Why can't you just pick one? And I'm like, well, because it's 3 different results. You got to think about it, baby. It's 3 different results. If we do this, then this is going to happen. But if we do this, then that's going to happen. If we do this, then this, you're like, babe, can we just do one? Like, okay, it's a different result. Like, which result do you want? Do you want this result? Do you want that result? Or do you want that result? If you tell me which result you want, then I will know which route to take. He's like, oh my God. I don't know. God made me that way. Shit, blame it on him. You know? She says, I am an emotional reactor most of the times and passionate about it. I don't recommend anything else. I'm strategic. See, I can't be an emotional reactor. You know, she said, Amoira is definitely the thinker. Felicia said, I go from 0 to what? To 21 million zillion. I do. But it was funny the other day. You was like, okay, that's the military answer. Now, can you give me the Amoira answer? I was like, oh, okay. My that was funny. You was like, that's the military answer. Now, can you give me the Amoira answer? She said, Amoira, you've come out at time or two and went slam off. Them days I get off, then come back. She said, them the days I get off, then come back. I have. Like, I will tell you this, though. Sometimes dealing with what we've been dealing with for almost, over a year now, it will make you, and I understand, Felicia, that's why I don't like, walk away and throw my hands up, is because I've been there. And I even told her, Felicia, before, I said, girl, I get it. I know. I said, you got to think about it. I've dealt with it for 9 months before I said, okay, enough is enough. Let them say whatever. Because I get it. You want to go in all the time. But after a while, it will dawn on you like you're literally arguing with a big ass concrete wall. You're literally arguing with someone that will not move. You're not going to change nobody. You're not. They're going to be the same way they were before you start talking. Nothing that you say is going to change some of these people, the way they think, the way they respond, the way they act. They're like a big brick wall. You can't get to some people. But we be wanting to. We want our voice to be heard, and we want people to understand what we're saying. But you're not the same. You have to realize that. You're not the same. She says, I'm more a thinker, but she be going off, baby. Hey, Milan, great seeing you in forever. But once you realize and you say, you know what? They ain't going to get it because we're not the same. We're not the same. We don't think the same. We don't respond the same. We don't live the same. We don't comprehend the same. We're not the same. And that's when it's going to dawn on you like, what am I doing? I'm really talking to somebody that ain't going to get that don't have no idea what I'm saying, none whatsoever. You can show them something blue and tell them it's blue and they're going to be like, nope, it's white. It just make you frustrated, She said, Amoira, my husband tells me the same thing. He says, you make people like you're analyzing them as soon as you meet them. Yep, it's the profession in me and the gift of discernment. I read you in 5 minutes. Girl. Yeah, that's one of the things Jay don't like about me. I think he like it and don't like it. But, he'll just be like, oh, you analyze everything. You give other options and, because I do. There is more than one. And that's what I try to tell Jay. There is more than one right way to do something. Actually, there's more than one right way to do a lot of things. Just because you do it this way don't mean that this way is bad. It's just different. Hey, Vanessa. So she says they have a motive. It's not about the truth. It's about the win to them. Exactly. And not only that, they've said that to us. We don't care nothing about no truth. They don't care about the truth. They don't care nothing about no truth. Everything that we say out of our mouth, they're gonna think is a lie, you know? Next question. What really caught your eye about your partner? What is it? What it was about your partner that made you say, I want him or I want her? What was it? For me, I would have to say, I'm about to tell on myself, y'all. I'm about to tell on myself. But I had never met a man that wanted to do for you without receiving something in return. Or if they wanted to receive something in return, they didn't want it right then and there. Okay. So, what caught my eye about my partner? Well, as far as if you want to say, because I'm looking at it as like what made me fall in love with him, but what really caught your eye about your partner? So I'm assuming when it says what really caught your eye, I'm gonna say what made me fall in love with him, because the caught your eye, I wasn't even attracted to Jay when I first saw him. I really wasn't. Not that he was unattractive. I just wasn't. I wasn't even trying to be in a relationship. I was in a damn desert, right? Y'all see Vanessa, I'm not even going to respond to that. I always thought Jay was cute, but I just wasn't attracted to him. But what made me want to say, I want to know more about this man, and I want to be around this man, and I want to talk to this man, and I want to communicate and just whatever to this man, was the fact that he was a giver and wasn't trying to get my goods, where other guys, they always trying to get between your legs. Always trying to, most guys, that's like one of their first 2 conversations is about sex. When they meet you, they want to, well, I don't like guys that say this shit. Actually, for the young women out here, y'all hear me? Listen, I don't like for a guy to say shit to you. You don't even know who you are, right? And they say shit like, what's your favorite position? Bitch, you don't even know me. Why are you asking me what's my favorite position? Ask me what's my favorite flavor of ice cream. You asking me what's my favorite position. I don't like that at all. What's your favorite position? Position at work? Oh, yeah, I like being a captain. You mean in the military? My favorite position is a captain. Okay, the XO position, okay? What's your favorite position? I don't know why dudes do that. Oh, I like it face down, ass up. That's the way we like. What the fuck you mean? What's my favorite position? Anyway, Jay wasn't like that. He wasn't at all. She said automatic turn off. Exactly. But some guys will say that to you within the first 2 days of you meeting. Y'all don't even really know each other, and they asking you, so what do you like best? What I like best about what? Food? Drinks? Conversation? TV shows? Like what? What's your favorite position? Do you wear thongs? What? Anyway. So Jay was more of the helpful person. Helpful. I don't know. I can't even explain it, but he wasn't, if he was looking for something in return, he damn sure didn't reveal it right away, So I liked that about him. He was slow and steady, and I like that. I like the fact that he didn't try to screw me within the first week of knowing me, Actually, we didn't even have sex for the first 90 days. Now, he did try one time. One time he tried before the 90 days, and I'm like, boy, I don't know you. I don't know you like that. He was like, oh, my bad, my bad, my bad, my bad. Why you touch me like that? I don't know you like that. He was like, damn, my bad, my bad. But I don't like a guy that take you out on the first date, the second date, and he's trying to get in your pants already. I know some people do it, but that's just not me. So what really caught your eye about your partner? What was it? Vanessa said the D print. Girl, that D print and have your ass with a flashlight in the daytime talking about some, where you at? Nigga, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? I don't see you. Where you at? Listen, honey, if you see his D print like that, then that means somebody else see it too, girl. She said, why 90 days? It wasn't even a planned 90 days. It really wasn't. It just worked out that way. It was not planned. I didn't say, oh, I'm not going to give in to the 90 day. It's just the 90 day after being around him. We used to walk around Z Lake. If any of y'all know, you know. In Iraq, we used to walk around the lake for exercise and go eat ice cream and just hang out with each other, whatever, Popeye's chicken or whatever the case may be. And then, hey, I spent the night. One night, I spent the night. And he tricked me because we wasn't supposed to be doing none of that. I think he may have said something like, you know, I don't know. I can't tell y'all. He said something nasty to me, asked me, could he do something? I'm like, okay, just that, just that, just that. That went from that to that to that to that to that. I'm a kisser. I like to kiss. So I said, we were talking about tongue kissing, and I didn't think that he tongue kissed the way I like it. And I said, no, that's not how you do it. That's not how you do it. He said, well, show me how. Anyway, y'all, let's go. Let me see what y'all answers are. Okay, somebody said his dimples. Okay. Humble said his wallet. How did you see his wallet right away? She said the rest is history. Okay. She said, she said Jay was hungry. Look at you, Tanya. You so nasty, girl. You so nasty. She said, I thought you had a 90-day rule before you do the do. No, it was not planned at all. It was not a rule. It just so happened to happen, you know. I didn't even know it was 90 days. He's the one that said, when he was talking to one of his friends, he was like, she made me wait 90 days. And I'm like, did I? He was like, hell yeah, you made me wait 90 days. I didn't even realize it was 90 days. It just happened. But hey, we still together. We still together. You hear me? We still together. She said, let me give you a massage. That was one of them things. You know, they always get you with the massage. Okay, Shantisa said his smile. Okay, so his smile caught your eyes. Okay. I see smile. I see dimples. I see D print. I see his wallet. Okay. What else caught your eye from your mention of those Scorpios? Okay. Oh, who is it? Somebody said, more I can't believe you could say it's but you can't say brewery. I could not say brewery the other night, you guys. I was stuck. It wouldn't even come out my mouth. I know y'all probably went back and listened to the video and was wondering why the hell I kept on repeating brewery, because I couldn't say it. I could not say it. I don't know. My mouth was stuck that night. Brewery. She said his eyes got me sprung. Okay, the eyes. Okay. Now, man with some sexy eyes is a beautiful thing. Woo, child. Jay got nice eyes too. Yeah, nice eyes will get you every time. She said, so do y'all think 90 days is too long? No, it's not. I actually, now that I'm more of an adult, I was in my 30s when I met Jay, but now that I'm 50, I don't think that 90 days is too long or too short. Like, I think that as a grown adult, whenever you move forward and give yourself to a person, because that's what you're doing. You're giving yourself to them. Believe it or not, like having sex is a spiritual thing, right? Like you're letting someone inside of you. Their spirits are going inside of you, right? You just need to be prepared for the outcome. So I think that if you are mature enough to know that you may not hear from this dude no more after you give him the goods, you got to be able to accept that. Or even if you give him sex, because y'all know, how as women can be, we think that we get him some cuda, that they ours, right? They belong to me. You belong to me. You my man. I think that you need to have real expectations before you give yourself to someone, right? And know the reason why you're doing it. Are you doing it because you just want a little itchy, you want a little scratch itched, right? Or a little itch scratched? Or are you doing it because you feel a way about this person and you want to take it further? So I just say communication. Jay and I had spoken about we had actually talked about whether we were going to be in a relationship, not a long term past Iraq. We actually talked about being Iraqi partners. It was supposed to stop at Iraq. We were supposed to just be Iraqi partners, keep each other company in Iraq, you know. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. Yeah, we're gonna be here. I'm here. You're gonna be here for a year. Yeah, let's be each other partner. We didn't know it was gonna come back to the United States, and we follow each other around and jump from city to city, state to state. I was cool with leaving it in Iraq, but when I got my orders, right? My orders said Nashville, Tennessee. No, no, no. No, 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 no. That was the second time. These orders said Columbia, South Carolina. I got my orders for Columbia, South Carolina. A couple of days later, he said, guess what? I don't know if it was a couple of days. It may have been a little longer than that, but he came back and said, guess what? I'm going to Augusta, Georgia. It was only like 78 or 77 to 78 miles apart. So he was going to Augusta and I was going to South Carolina. And we was like, damn, that's kind of close. So he said, well, do you want to continue seeing each other between the two bases? Because we wasn't married, between Augusta and Columbia, South Carolina. Do you want to continue to see each other? And I said, yeah, let's try. So that's what we did. So because it was only less than 80 miles away, we chose to continue seeing each other. But then when I left Columbia, or when I was getting ready to leave Columbia, I got orders to Nashville, Tennessee. I had no idea where this man was going, right? But when he came back and was like, because I got Nashville, and he said, I got Clarksville. They both was in Tennessee. That was only 45 minutes apart. So when I said, I got Nashville, and he said, I got Clarksville, we said, okay, let's continue it. We were still, but this time we said, let's move in with each other. Because, in Columbia and in Augusta, we live separate. But when I said I got Nashville and he got Clarksville, we said, okay, let's move in with each other. That's when I bought that damn red burgundy looking ass couch. Y'all remember that? Oh, when he told me I couldn't spend no more than $1,500 on a living room set. Y'all remember that? Oh, Lord. She says, after being celibate for 9 years, 2 marriages, wasn't looking for a man. But when I saw the swag walk, bow legs, I was like, he walking like he hung like a horse. Yep, I thought it. LOL. He didn't disappoint. 64 years old and sprung. Damn, girl, you got you a house. A house, girl, you got you a house, honey. Who's 64? You or him? You 64? Or are you saying 64 years? No, 64 years old and sprung. So you're 64. Wow. How long y'all been together? Mm. So we ended up going to Tennessee together, and that's when we decided. Well, Jay had asked me before to marry him, and I was like, I think I said some shit like I don't want no long distance relationship or something like that. I don't know what the hell I was saying. I said something about the distance of us. I'm like, no, I don't know if I want to be married to someone that's, He asked me to marry him when we was in Columbia, South Carolina, and he was living in Augusta. And I said, nah, I didn't want no long distance relationship like that. No long distance marriage. But then when we moved together in Clarksville, he asked me to marry him, but he more or less told me, he was like, we're getting married. I'm like, okay. I was like, okay. We had already been together for 3 years, so we got married. And we still together. She said, I live in Columbia. Oh, you do? Girl, Fort Jackson was one of my stomach grounds, honey. She said, Amoira girl got that Thundercat child. You know, I asked Jay one day, I said, why you love me so much? What's up? What is it? He says, because you challenged me to be a better man. And I did. I think Jay, other wives, I said wives as if he was married before me. He had a wife and a baby mama. Okay. He didn't marry his first baby mama. But anyway, they let him do whatever he wanted to do. I checked that ass. He told me before, ain't nobody never checked me. Ain't nobody never checked me like that. Some men don't want you to let them do whatever they want to do. I wasn't the type that I let Jay just treat me any kind of way, talk to me any kind of way, respond to me any kind of way. I checked that ass. Now, I ain't trying to make it seem like I'm biggity bad or anything like that. It's just that I was that one girl in his life that will walk. And I would have. But I was at that point in my life, I was established. You ain't gonna talk to me any kind of way. And I loved myself and I knew who I was. So yeah, he knew I would walk. You know? She said, that's what my husband said, that I challenged him to be a better man. Yeah. I did. And I think that's why Jay crazy about me, because Jay knew that, She said, the more I could see you checking him. Girl, I did. I told you, Jay tried to put me at parade rest, at a position of attention at parade rest, just because he was getting the goodies. He thought he was going to pull rank on me, you know? In the middle of an argument, in the public, not at home. If he would have pulled rank on me at home, I probably would have been quiet and whatever the case may be. But he tried to do it in the public in front of people. I said, what you say to me? Same thing I said to Bree that night, remember? I said, what you just say to me? He said, I get that position of attention. I said, who the fuck do you think you're talking to? Who the F do you think you're talking to? Don't you ever think that you could do this? She said, girl, what that mean? We ain't military. Y'all don't know what position of attention mean? I'm sure y'all watch movies. When someone try to put you at parade rest or position of attention, they're basically telling you to shut the fuck up and get in position, be still, and listen to them. This is what I was supposed to do, y'all. Like this. With my mouth closed. He didn't want me to talk no more. She said it means to salute. No, it don't. Not salute, but it means to get still and pay attention and shut up talking. Like get information, exactly like how Beyonce said, get information, right? But I said, who the F you think you talking to? You can't talk to me like that. Tried to pull rank on me. Because he did outrank me, and he tried to pull rank on me. It wasn't a pretty sight. I started going the hell off. I had that joke to my, come on, wait, come here. Calm down. Don't, hell no, you hear me? Boy, I lost it, child. You talking about, man, I lost it. I said, don't you ever. He was like, Jay will tell you now he'll never do that shit again. She said the only military movie I ever seen was Major Payne. Oh, for real? Y'all don't watch military movies? I be thinking everybody watch military movies because we watch military movies. I guess everybody don't like military movies, huh? She said, y'all, I don't see Amoira doing that. Doing what? Getting that position of attention? Girl, hell no. No. Well, have I ever? Yes, but not for him. Hell no. She said, hey, Amoira, I did 4 years of ROTC and parade rest had us quiet as a church mouse. With no smirk on your face. No smirk on your face, baby. Mm-mm. She said, you were both each other's challenge. Yes, we were. And that was one of the reasons why we had to go to counseling. So Jay and I, that's why I tell people, everybody relationship is not all peaches and cream, especially in the beginning when you're getting to know somebody. And listen, sometimes it takes years to really, really get to know someone. It does, right? When you first get in a relationship, you're your own individual. That person is their own individual. Yeah, you're gonna bump heads in some type of capacity. You are, right? And we did. We bumped heads. And I would have to say it was probably more me than him. I didn't want to feel like I was his dependent. You know what I mean? Like I would like I needed him. I didn't like that. I didn't want to feel that way. Now I'm not saying that that's right. I'm just saying at the time I wanted to be this I could do whatever you do type of person. And that's how I was, which I think is stupid for a woman to even think going into a relationship like that is wise, because it's not. It's not at all. Right? Because why would you even want to be in a relationship if you feel like you could do everything he could do? Stay by your damn self and go get any Peter Jeter you want, girl. Taste the rainbows, right? But we want to be like, oh, if you could do it, I could do it, because that's how I was. I was like that. You could do it, I could do it. I don't need you. I got it on my own. I remember a time when I was trying to put went and got a ladder right in front of his face to screw a light bulb in. And he said, you going to disrespect me like that? I didn't think I was disrespecting him. I went and got a ladder to put the light bulb up. He says, oh, you're going to disrespect me like that? You see me right here, and you're going to go get a ladder. Now, I'm going to tell you something. A sorry-ass man will let you do that. Listen, let me tell you how you know you got a sorry man right quick. You got a sorry-ass man if he sit there and allow you to do labor type shit. You know what I mean? Empty the trash, wash your car, pump your gas, screw in light bulbs, grimy, cut the grass, grimy stuff, right? If he sit there and let you do it and he sit there and watch you, then you got a sorry man, okay? Because most men are not going to let you do it. They're going to be like, I got that. Even my nephew, I was getting the olive oil out the cabinet, and he said, I get that. He saw me reaching. He said, I get that. I didn't have to say, nephew, he's 33. I didn't have to say, nephew, can you get the olive oil for me? No, he said, I get that. Right? So I went and got a ladder, and I put it, he was sitting kind of at the bar in not this house. This was a long ass time ago. And I went and got the ladder and put it in the kitchen. And I witched up to do the light. He said, what are you doing? I said, I'm going to change this light because this one keep flicking and this one is out. So I'm going to change these two lights. He says, oh, you going to just disrespect me like that? And I'm like, disrespect you? What are you even talking about? What did I say to disrespect you? But he thought me not asking him, or me just taking it upon myself to fix a light in his presence with a ladder and everything, was disrespectful. I didn't get it. I'm like, what? You're weird. That's what I was thinking to myself. You're weird. This is what I used to think. You should want a woman that knows how to do this. You should want a woman that take care of this. You shouldn't want a woman that sit here and wait for her man to do this, that, and the other. You can't handle a strong black woman. That used to be me. That used to be me. You can't handle a strong black woman. You want me to be weak. You want me to be soft. You want me to not know how to do anything. That used to be me. Because I ain't know no better. I didn't know no better, right? But after counseling and many back and forths, and then me actually listening to him, And him telling me, you know, you won't let me love you. You won't let me take care of you. You won't let me support you. You won't let me provide for you. You won't let me protect you. And I'm like, huh? Huh? Right. And yeah, it had to be broken down elementary style to me. And I was like, oh, oh. And I mean, it's more than just that. It took a while, but I had to realize like some men want to do those things for you. And when I realized that was Jay, slowly but surely, I started letting him do things. I started asking him to do things like, babe, can you open up this pickle jar and shit like that, knowing I can open it up my damn self. But it made him happy to do it. So if you can open up a pickle jar or any other type of jar, but he's sitting right there, why not ask him? Right? That makes them feel good for you to ask them to do something that you know your ass can do, right? But it makes them feel needed, appreciated, wanted. You know what I mean? It does. Try it. Trust me, try it. Go get some damn pickles or something and ask your man to open it. He gonna feel like he the best thing ever. He gonna feel like he did something. You know? They like that shit. And you're like, damn, okay. Even though you know you could do it, even though you know you can pump your own gas, even though you know you can fix your own light, even though that particular day I broke the damn light bulb in the socket. And then when I went and got some pliers and I was getting ready to take the pliers and get them out, and he yelled at me and said, what are you doing? That's what I'm talking about right there. You about to electrocute yourself. I'm like, no, I'm not. Yes, you are. You're about to take a pair of pliers to get a piece of glass out of the light socket. You're going to electrocute yourself. And I'm like, am I? So he went and turned the breaker off, the breaker box off. I probably would have electrocuted myself and I wouldn't have known no better. But the light had broken and I just wanted to get the glass out. You know what I mean? So anyway, just thank God he was there, okay? But long story short, counseling helped us become the couple that we are today. Mainly, we went to a black guy. We went to several counselors, but this particular duty station, the last time we went to counseling was a black man. And I remember him saying, how he broke it down was, you're a good guy and she's a good woman. That don't mean, he didn't say, oh, you're right, Amoira, or you're right, Jay. No, he let each of us know where the value we had in our own selves and how it benefit the other person, you know? But I remember him, he told my husband, he said, your wife reminds me of my wife, just as feisty as she want to be. He said, but I love it. He said, but I love it. I love it. Right? But he also told me, he was like, Amoira, your husband just want to provide for you. He want to care for you. He wants to take care of you. He wants to be there for you. You know? So I had to dial it back quite a bit. And what I dialed back was that I'm so independent. I don't need no man. I know how to do this. You don't have to do this for me. I'll take care of it myself. You can't tell me nothing. I make just as much money as you. I go to work just like you do. I put on my boots just like you do. That was me. I used to be like, I make money. I make money. I still make money. But I was like that. I make money. I add just as much as you do. But that ain't it, y'all. Let the man be the damn man. Okay? And now I do. A lot. No, I do, for real. So I was talking to who was I talking to? I think I was talking to Ashley Chats on the phone. And he came in and he says, I need to talk to you for a minute. He saw me on the phone too. I was on the phone. And he says, I need to talk to you for a minute. I said, right now? He said, yes, right now. I said, hey girl, I'm gonna call you back. When my husband wants my attention, and I know he really, really wants my attention, I'm dropping everything. 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 Okay? That's just how we are. Because he allows me so much freedom to be me that when he wants my attention, I'm going to give it to him. Say whatever. Say, oh, he got her in check or whatever the case may be. Because he allows me so much leniency that when he does put his down, I'm going to listen. I'm going to do what it is that he wants me to do at that moment. So yeah, I was like, right now? Because I'm like, I know you see me on the phone. He was like, yes, right now. And I'm like, okay, got it. Hey girl, I'm gonna talk to you later. What you need, babe? And it wasn't even nothing really. It really wasn't nothing. I think he was like trying to tell me, what was he telling me? Oh, that he's going to one of our niece's weddings, and he was just breaking down the whole itinerary or whatnot to me. And he wanted me to understand, what day he's leaving, all that stuff, whatever. But it could have been something that waited, but he wanted my attention right then and there, and he was going to get it. And he did, you know. So she said, how he feels about you being YouTube famous. Girl, you better stop. But listen, he says, do people be listening to you? I'm like, Jay, yes. He's like, really? And I say, yeah. I would say this. At first, he was like, he didn't like me cussing people out, right? Because we was living in that 2-bedroom apartment in Vegas condo. Because we was really in a high rise, like a for real high rise. Like I'm talking about 40 feet high rise. I think it was 44 floors. We weren't on the 44th floor, but it was 44 floors in our building. We was literally in a high rise. But anyway. And y'all know I used to be loud, child, just loud, going in on people. You this, you that, you that. And it was a few times he was saying, why do you do that? Like, what are you getting out of this? Like, and then he would say stuff like, you can get your point across to someone without being so vulgar or, going so hard and name calling and this, that, and the other and stuff like that, right? And I was like, you don't understand. You don't understand. These people just get on my nerves and you just don't understand. I kept trying to justify my actions, right? And he would just be like, but I'm seeing another side of you. This ain't you. That ain't you. Like, that's not you. You're wasting a whole lot of time. That's not you and stuff like that or whatever. And slowly, I would try to change it, dial back, but then I get back mad and come back and fire out again or whatever, to where, he was like, he would ask me things like, when is it going to be over? When is it going to be over? When is this going to be over? When is it going to be over? To where now that when I told him, I said, oh, we're no longer on the LaTruth stuff no more or whatever. He thought I was just going to quit the YouTube altogether or whatever. And then I was like, no, I'm going to start talking about other topics and this, that, and the other, whatever. And then he was like, you like this stuff, don't you? I'm like, yeah, I do. It's pretty cool. So I think he, for the most part, thought it was something temporarily. I did too. I ain't gonna lie. I did not think it was going to be more of a long-term thing. Man, I was going to come out here and lay it on the floor about the Brianna, and I was going to go ahead. I never envisioned today. So I still think he think it's a hobby, but he told me, he said, if you still doing this a year from now, then I'm going to take you serious. Actually, he did say that, y'all, a year from now. I've been doing it already for a year, but he's like, yeah, if you do this for a year from now, I'm going to take you serious. But now he's just like, he thinks I have like this hobby. He thinks YouTube is my hobby. So it's all good. I like it though. I do. She said, my hubby spoils me daily, but I'm a spoiler as well. You would think that he's a kept man, LOL. I'm struggling with being on my own for so long and doing it by myself. He gets mad if I mow the yard. Girl, put that goddamn lawnmower down. That's his job. Stop playing. And he get mad. Why would you even do the yard? Is it something that you enjoy doing? Hell, Jay don't even do our yard. Jay don't even do the damn grass. But put that lawnmower down. If you got a husband, you shouldn't be cutting the grass, emptying the trash, washing your car. Not even a husband, but a man, period. If you got a man in your life that's coming to your house and sleeping with you in your bed, okay? And eating food that you didn't cook for him and your kids' snacks and shit, you shouldn't be cutting the grass, emptying the trash, pumping your gas, climbing up high, reaching shit, opening up hard to open containers. What else? Nothing grimy, picking up heavy ass shit. You should not be doing that. You should not be doing that, especially washing your car. When I see a woman, or even getting your oil changed, when I see a woman say, I'm getting ready to go wash my car, and they have a man, I am going to say it. I'm going to say, what? You washing your car? I've said that, and I know some women take offense to it, and I don't mean it in an offensive way, right? But what is he doing while you washing your car? Watching the game? Playing the game? What is he doing when you're outside washing your car? Oh, I'm taking my car to get washed. Now, I could see if you say, I'm taking it to a car wash and they're washing it. That's one thing, right? But you washing it and he's in the house? What? Nah. Now, if you guys want to do it together just so y'all can get wet and soapy suds and y'all like to do things together, I get that. But you doing that type of labor and he's in the house, wrong damn answer. Wrong answer. I don't do none of that. I don't do none of that. One time I saw my son, I can't remember where we were, but somehow we was at the gas station. And I saw Cassandra get out to pump the gas. And I asked her, wait a minute, where you going? I'm about to pump the gas. I said, why? She said, oh, because I'm paying for it. So I went right around to my son and said, why in the hell is she about to pump the gas? Oh, well, because she's paying for it. I don't give a damn. Get your ass out this car right now. And I told her, now Cassandra's white, y'all. I love her. I do love her. That's going to be my daughter-in-law. I don't want no other one. I ain't trying to meet no effing body else. Nobody else. That's it. If Cassandra don't become the wife, don't introduce me to nobody else. Period. Okay? I don't want to meet nobody else. So Cassandra is it. But Cassandra don't put a foot down as much as I would like her to. So I said, Cassandra, what are you doing? Oh, no, because I was paying for it. Oh, no, because you need to get your ass back in the car. You got a man with you, girl. It ain't that big of a deal, Miss Amoira. It is that big of a deal. Get your ass back in the car. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So she said, not the kids' snacks. Yes. Some men will come over and screw you and eat the kids' snacks and don't do shit at your house. Don't hang curtains. Don't hang pictures. Don't rake leaves. Don't wash no cars. Don't empty your trash. Don't do nothing but eat your kids' snack. But they'll eat them damn kids' snacks. No. Y'all better let a man be a man. And you know what else I started doing? This is when I was dating, though. When a man is coming over to your house, you know you're already going to give him some good, right? And if he say, hey, I'm on my way over, you need anything? Even if you don't need nothing, always say yes. I don't give a damn if he go buy a 6-pack of water. If you got 24 6-packs of water, then have that. But don't ever let him come over to your house empty-handed. If he say, hey, I'm on the way over, I'm passing the store. Do you need anything? Yes. What do you need? Olive oil. What do you need? Shaving cream. What do you need? Bar soap. What do you need? Lemonade. Something. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm saying if y'all not married, y'all not living together, he's coming over to your house, you're going to give him some good any damn way. Don't ever let him come in your house empty-handed. Yes, he needs to know you're bringing something. You're bringing something. Orange juice. You know you need some. We be so ready to see him that we be like, no, I don't need anything. Yes, you do. Just think about it for a minute. Go in your kitchen and think about it. Go in your bathroom and think about it. Yes, you do. You need anything? I'm on my way over. I had this guy that was interested in me. Now, y'all know me and my ex, my ex-husband, we split when my daughter was only 4 months old. 4 months old. So I was dating even when my baby was little, right? So I had this guy, he wanted to come visit me. He said, you need anything? I don't even know if Jalen was I can't remember how old she was, but she wasn't eating food table. Well, she wasn't eating solid food. She was eating like grits, oatmeal, and stuff like that. So she was less than a year old. And I'm like, yep, my baby needs something to eat. He was like, well, what can she eat? So I explained it or whatever. But honey, that man showed up with some damn grits and shit for my baby. And for me too. But he wasn't just going to bring me something over and not feed my child. Yes. So he went by, I can't remember what he went by, maybe Denny's or some shit or whatever. But anyway, and he bought my baby some grits. I can't remember whatever else it was, but I think it may have just been grits that we gave her. Yes. You want to come see me? You want to come talk to me? Yeah, I need something. She said, dog food for the dogs. Okay. I'm for real. They want to come see you. Right? You need anything? Yep. Yep. Sure do. Some ice. I need some ice. I need some toilet paper. I need some paper towels. Something. Since I'm more going to have me telling my husband, bring stuff and we don't even need anything. Not your husband. Y'all live together. I'm talking about your boyfriend. A guy that's trying to become your husband. Y'all dating. Y'all don't live in the same house. He coming over to your house. He asking you. And if he don't ask you, if he said, well, I'm on my way over, can you stop by the store? So to where he know is a thing. Not your husband, honey. Y'all sharing the same pot, baby. But I think the reason why I even implemented that, because it took my son to tell me one day that this guy used to date. He was like, Mom, all he do is eat up my snacks. My son used to pack his lunch for school. And of course, we bought the little Debbie cakes. I didn't realize the guy was eating up his snacks until my son told me. So the next time he came over, I watched him. That joker went straight. As soon as he came in the door, gave me a hug and went straight in the pantry. What you got? And I was like, damn. I didn't even realize he was eating up my son's snacks until my son said it. But he went straight to the pantry. What you got? What you got? And grabbed a snack cake. And I was like, God dang, he really is eating up my kids' snacks. He eating up my kids' snacks. Watch your man. I'm telling you, if you got kids, watch your man, because he probably eating up your kids' snacks, okay? And ain't bringing nothing over. Okay? And that's another thing. Don't be afraid. Don't just tell your girlfriend what you irk about your man. Tell your man. Try it. Trust me. It might catch him off guard. But if you're eating up your kids' snacks, I don't like that you come over my house and eat up my kids' snacks and you don't replace the snacks. You don't bring water. You don't bring orange juice. You don't ask me if I need anything. Every time, listen, I'm telling you, if you really want your man to really, really fall in love with you, like fall in love with you and really be like, damn, that's her. Be direct with him. Don't beat around the bush. Don't sprinkle sugar on top of the shit. Be direct. I don't like it when you do this. I would like it if you did this, and just tell him, look, from now on, when you come over, before you get here, can you please call and ask me, do I need anything? Because I just might need something. And if he says, well, dang, okay, this is something new. I don't have no problem doing it, but where's this coming from? Because I just thought about it. Every time you come over, when you get here, I realized that I needed something and I didn't utilize that opportunity for you to bring it over. So from now on, can you just call me when you're on your way over so I can let you know what I need? He gonna be like, oh shit. Okay. Yeah. I feel like he gonna ask you for some of your good. Why can't you ask him for some damn ice cookies? Some bottled water? Ho-hos, a bag of chips, something, pickles. Can you give me a jar of pickles? Extra country, please. Look, extra country, please. No, but seriously, ask for something, So be direct, though. And if you have a problem with him, just tell him. I don't like it when this happened. I don't like it when that happened. I don't like when you did this. I don't like when you said that. Yeah, I remember I told y'all about that incident when we was at an event. I'm trying to think, a housewarming party of my friends. It was a housewarming party. Was it a housewarming party? I think it was a housewarming party. And Jay was in the kitchen talking to this damn girl for 45 minutes. I told y'all about that shit. I was like, okay, I'm ready to go. But this is after me coming back and forth in the kitchen and seeing that they were still talking. I had already went to my friend Tracy and was like, okay, girl, I love you, honey. Enjoy your place. I love y'all. Talk to you later, but I'm about to go. She was like, so early. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to go. Because I was already heated with that joker. But I was going to give him respect. I gave him respect until we got in that car. We got in that car and I let it rip. And he had the nerve to say, I can't believe you acting jealous. Jealous? Is that what you call that? Me saying something to you about you talking to a woman in the kitchen for 45 minutes? Now, I'm all about mingling. I wouldn't care if he was talking to 10 women. But he was only talking to that one. That one. No, hell no. Y'all better go bust that shit up. Oh my God. Go bust it up. And that's what I did. I busted up. He was like, I can't believe you acting jealous. Jealous? Man, I was ready to break up with him. Jay called around to a couple of friends. Man, was I wrong? She said I was wrong because they was like, bruh, you was wrong. You was wrong. And then he was like, for real? He had to come back and be like, damn, I talked to my homie and he said I was wrong. Because you was. You was wrong. If I was laid up on the kitchen, had my arms crossed, sitting back on the countertop talking to a damn dude, hell, he would have thought I was wrong. She said, what the F was they talking about? That joker had the nerve to tell me they was talking about the damn president. He said, we was talking about the president. She said, not Jay getting broke up with. This was so long ago, y'all. That's why I say you have to iron out the kinks. And that's why I had believed. I was like, Brianna and Robert really didn't have no real shit going on in their relationship. No more than what other people have. Most people have more shit that have went on in their relationship. That's why I knew. I was like, this is some internet shit, He did that to please the internet because it wasn't that damn bad. Stop playing. But I am direct. I will tell how I feel. I'm not that person that's going to hold it in and then explode. That's not me. And if that's you, I would just say find a way to change that about you. Go to therapy, do something, talk it out, but learn how to talk to your spouse. Like literally learn how to tell what you're feeling, what you're thinking, what's on your mind. Like just be honest. Just be honest. Believe it or not, she said, was it Biden? No, it had to be, this was in 2000 and had to be Barack Obama, but it was in 2000 and maybe we wasn't married yet, so it had to be like 2009 or 2010, somewhere like that. We didn't get married. We've been knowing each other since 2008, but we didn't get married until 2011. June 4th, 2011, we got married, but we've been together since March of 2008. So it had to be Obama. I think, hell, let me see. Obama, when did Obama become president? Hell, I know he became president while we were in Iraq because I remember being excited, but wishing I was in the United States when it happened. So it had to be Obama because it was like, oh, he became president in 2008. So yeah, it was Obama, but it had to be Obama. I was in Iraq when he first became president, and I was upset because all y'all was back here crying and having a good old time and bonding, and it was a Black Power type incident. Everybody was all coochie close, and I'm over in Iraq like, oh my God, they just elected a Black man. I'm like, shit. We couldn't believe it. We didn't know he was going to become president. We didn't realize the hype of everything that was going on here in the United States until after he was elected. I didn't know y'all was over here doing the most, had celebrities and everybody geared up and doing all these bus rides and picking people up and taking them to the poll. We didn't know all this shit was going on. We didn't know they was getting Black people registered to vote and shit. Girl, I was over in the desert, honey, but I was already registered, right? But we didn't know that type of shit was going on. And then all of a sudden, when he made president, we was like, it was shocked. Like, first of all, who is he? We got a Black president? Me and Jay was dumbfounded. Like, what? How we get a Black president? Where does man come from, right? We missed all the campaigning and all that stuff. We missed all of it the first time. Now, the second time we was here, honey. But the first time we missed all of that. And then afterwards, people was crying and stuff. And we was like, people are crying. And it just felt like so close and so amazing. But we was all the way over there. So we missed all of the togetherness. We missed it. We was like, oh my God. We couldn't believe it. But believe it or not, my ex was in Iraq too. Oh, was he? And we was like, even the Iraqis was happy. They was high-fiving each other too. It was like, oh, yes. Obama. They was happy too. Everybody was happy. Everybody was happy, But then the second time he won, I was in the United States. And when he got reelected, I was supposed to be off the next day. I went into work just to see what them lieutenant colonels, the little racist ones had to say. When I tell you it was so quiet as a mouse around that mofo, whoever's job was quiet as hell. They were so heated, they didn't want to say nothing. It was quiet. Nobody said nothing, right? If you was in the military, you know what I mean. Everybody was all hush, hush, right? Excuse me, except for this one colonel. This one colonel said, we all going to hell. We all going to hell. He was so mad. She said, I saw him on Oprah. Oh, you saw him on Oprah? The white colonel was so mad. He was like, we all going to hell. because y'all just elected that man as president. You know what you know what just happened to the country? Like, what happened? We just reelected Barack Obama. The country is going to hell. That's what he said. Amoira, this live is so awesome. Hubby generally tell me to mute the TV and use my AirPods. He's sitting here listening to every word. He's hearing things from a woman perspective. Good job. Oh, thank you. Hey, hubby. I ain't gonna get disrespectful. I ain't gonna tell him what you told us. No, I'm just kidding. Nah, I ain't gonna get disrespectful. Thank you, girl. I appreciate you. Oh, y'all saw Barack Obama on the Oprah show. See, I missed that. I didn't see that. I missed all the. Now, listen, I missed it while I was there the first time, but the second time I was able to see the speeches and stuff, and I loved it. I loved to hear him speech. She said, "Wow, sorry you missed it. Even for me as a South African, that was the best highlight of my life. I remember where I was, everything. See, I missed it. I couldn't believe it, actually, when they said he was president. I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't. I was like, no way. Just like I didn't believe Trump was president, you know? I actually cried. I was like, I think I cried both days. I cried for joy when Barack Obama became president. I mean, it was like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Do you believe this? Do you believe this? But when Trump got president, it was more of a shock. It wasn't like, it was like, it was like, I woke Jay up because Jay went to sleep. You know, he like, leave me alone. I'm like, Jay, Trump is president. He said, stop lying. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I said, Jay, I'm shaking him. Jay, Trump is president. He said, you lying. He pulled over again. I'm like, Jay, Trump is president. Jay sat up in the bed. He looked, he said, you lying. I said, no, I'm not. He said, oh my God, and laid back down with the cover over his head. And I was like, oh my God. I'm like, how? I'm like, how in the world did it happen? I just never thought it would, not because I thought that he was like this horrible person then. I thought it because all the things that this man was charged of, grabbing him, he was caught on a tape saying grabbing him by the coochie, but he didn't say the word coochie, right? He said the P word. But I was just like, how? Now it's even worse, right? He a felony and everything, and child. Oh, child. Anybody can run for president, even me, child. I'm more for president. I'm going to be the next president after this one, right? I'm going to run for president after Kamala, all right? Kamala. Y'all remember they said they was going to call Kamala on me? I wonder if she becomes the president. I wonder how they going to get her to get me now, because they couldn't get her to get me when she was the vice president, but they said they was. They said they was going to call Kamala. They was going to send her an email on me. But she never called me up, so I don't think that email reached her. But they said they was going to call. They was like, my friend, no Kamala. Y'all remember they said they was going to get Kamala to write in a LaTruth law. Hey, Felicia said, I'm going to be the VP. Oh, Jesus. Felicia said, I'm going to be the VP. I'm going to run for president, y'all. Let's do it. Let's do it. Do y'all think Kamala going to be the president? Not saying if you want her to be the president or not. Do you think she's going to be voted in as president? Raise your hand if you think she's going to be voted in. Glenn said the man got 34 he's 34 convicted felons. Damn. He ain't worried about not one. All right, I'm seeing some yeses. Okay. I believe she will too, and let me tell you why. Well, one, America's changing. I mean, we didn't vote in gay mayors, gay governors, gay senators, and stuff like that. Whereas it was a time in the American world lifetime that wouldn't have never happened. A lot has changed since then. A lot has changed. A lot has changed. And we have never had a female president. Now, let me just tell y'all my theory. This is just Amora's theory. This is just Amora's theory. Nobody else's but Amora. I believe she will make president. I believe that they already know she's going to be president because I believe all of it is set up and they know who's going to be president, just like I believe that they knew Barack Obama was going to be president. So I believe that the reason why she became VP in the first beginning is because they was grooming her to be the president in the first place. So I believe that it's all planned. I believe Trump knows already, and he's just doing what he's doing to put up the front. But I don't believe that he even wants to be president because, I mean, Trump lived a fabulous life outside of not being the president, okay? But I believe that she's what they call a plug. I do. Yeah, because Hillary didn't do it, right? They needed another woman to do it. Now, I think they wanted, was she the governor of Alaska? What was the lady name that was the governor of Alaska? They was going to get her if McLean would have became president. What was the lady name? She was the governor of Alaska, the one that said that she could see Russia from her front yard. What was that girl? Whoever knows her name, y'all can put it down in the chat. But they wanted her, and it didn't quite work out, right? So Kamala, yes, Sarah Palin. I think that was her name, Sarah Palin. Yeah. Yeah, she said she could see Russia from her front yard. Yeah, her. But at any rate, can she see Russia from her front yard? Let me stop. She probably can. But anyway, she was supposed to be the VP, and it didn't work out that way, right? She says, a plant, Amora. Yes, I do. A plug, plant, whatever you want to call them. They do that to people. They put people in place. Let me tell you, without saying a whole lot, right? There are a such thing as plants. I'm being for real. They plant people in certain positions. In the military, in government jobs, in civilian jobs, police departments, politician area, like they do. Mayors, congressmen, some of these people are handpicked. A plant ain't nothing but somebody that's handpicked, and they say, you're going to take over this. And to get you here, I need you to be familiar with this, and this. So this is how we're going to do it. They put some people in position to win and put some people in position to take over a certain entity. They're planted there. Sometimes they don't even have the credentials, right? I'm not saying that Kamala Harris didn't have the credentials to be VP, because VP ain't nothing but an assistant, right? I was an XO, right? Executive officer, meaning that I was my commander's assistant. If something happened to my commander, I take over, right? If something happens to your commander, things get signed over, and now you are the commander, the acting commander, okay? Until they choose another commander. And they give you first dibs because you're the acting commander, the XO. So I was an XO, right? To two colonels, two full birds. I was their XO, right? Was I in a position to be a battalion commander? Probably not. Probably not. But they put you in these positions to get you prepared and get you ready to be in that next spot. But, sometimes unforeseen circumstances, health issues and stuff like that comes up. But at any rate, was Kamala in a position to be the VP? She had been all this other stuff, the district, I think, was she a district attorney? Put it like this, the XO is just an assistant, okay? She had a lot under her belt. But you got to think about it. They want a female president. And America will have a female president one day, whether it's Kamala, which I do believe is going to be, or somebody else. But they need to be groomed in order to get the support behind them. If Kamala would have ran for president without being the VP, do you think all these people with their money, right, these sponsors giving out money, do you think they would have gave Kamala money? No. Let me go and help you out. No. Okay, no, they would not have. They would not have rallied behind her and pushed her through the way they're doing. When I shouldn't even be talking about this, but let me just say this and I'm going to stop. When Biden came out and said that he was stepping down and letting Kamala take over, she raised over, how much was it in like 24 hours? She raised $4 million like within 30 minutes. Wasn't it like 20 something million in 4 hours? Or was it 24 hours? It was a astronomical amount of money. Like it was a lot. Wait a minute. Somebody said 100 million. Somebody said 50 million. What was it, you guys? Somebody said 40 million. But it was a lot of money that she raised in a 24-hour span. Why? She would not have had those people rally behind her and donate all that money if she wasn't already in a VP spot. Okay? If she was coming off the street like Clinton and Sarah Palin, not the street, they was already in politics, but y'all know what I'm talking about. They would not have done that. So I do think that she's a plant. I think they already knew when she got the VP position, they knew she was going to be running for the president position. You don't have to believe it, but it's true. She's a plant. It was all a setup. And I think it was a setup from Barack Obama. I think that he told President Biden, pick Kamala as your VP, mold her, train her, so she could be the next president. She'd be the first female president. Anyway, that's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. Okay. Right? Anyway, we ain't got to talk about politics. I'm just saying. That's what I think anyway. What time is it? It is 9:50, y'all. Y'all want to just use this live and we can go straight into our laugh out loud? Or are we going to stop right here and come back? Because all we got to talk about now, I'm going to come back to these 1, 2, 3 questions tomorrow. These other 3 questions will be left for my live tomorrow. But let's talk about now, y'all. Let's just get into all the crazy shit that has happened over the weekend. Kia talking about something. No. Wait. No, let's just go on and do it. We've already been live once, right? So what happened this weekend? What happened over the week, y'all? Well, we seen the outburst of Robert, right? What else happened? Y'all? We saw we saw Retta go crazy over there. I know something else happened. Somebody told me over the phone. They was telling me something else happened. She said, question, it may sound stupid. Does she get to choose a vice or does she already have a vice? Oh, yeah, she already picked her vice. Did she pick, is it not Lance? Hold on. I think Kamala already picked someone. Hold on. It was... Didn't she pick somebody already? Or maybe she didn't. Did she not pick Lance? Who the hell is Lance? Oh, Lance is for Trump. Okay, but y'all know he a Democrat, right? Anyway. Who she picked? Tim Walz? Okay. But Lance, let me stop, child. Let's talk about something else. Anyway, y'all, what happened this weekend? She said Felicia laid. Oh yeah, Felicia laid Dawn out. Yes, she did. Oh my God, Felicia, Jesus. Felicia laid Dawn out, and Dawn got mad. Okay, and Dawn went and ran and got a protection order against Felicia because her supporters told her to. Her supporter gave her cash apps and told her to. That's it. That's all. Dawn would not have done a damn thing had not her supporters told her to. Okay? Period. That's why she did it. She did it as a show off. She didn't do it because she really believed that what Felicia did was so bad, because she knows she's done things just as bad. She only went and got that protective order because her supporters were like, I know you ain't gonna sleep on this one. And she wanted to show strength. She wanted to show, I don't just talk about it, I'm gonna be about it. Okay. So that is why she went and got a TPO. Now, she said that she did it for defamation. She didn't. She did not do it for defamation. Obviously, she don't know what the F defamation means, okay? So she did it for harassment and stalking. I'm sure everybody knew that, right? She took out a TPO, a protective order for stalking and harassment. That's what it was. And I want to say, I didn't see her live today, but she did do a live, but I didn't see it. However, Felicia said that the charges was dismissed. I want to say she tried to say it wasn't dismissed. The temporary order it was not dismissed. It was not approved. It was denied. It was denied, denied, denied. Okay. However, she was given a court date to provide proof that what she say uh, Felicia did, just to show proof that she did it. Okay. So guess we'll be waiting on that one. But it does allow her time to send in her counter information. All right. So outside of that, what else happened? What else happened? Because last week it was Lupac. Yeah, that's right. Lupac Ashley laid Lupac flat out last week. Felicia laid um, out Dawn and Amber, didn't she? I think she laid Amber ass out too this week. Who else? Something else happened this week. Something else happened. It was a lot going on this week. I'm sure it was. She said, how did we know Toya was lying? Oh, I forgot. Y'all almost forgot. I don't even know if I want to let this information go on this live. I should probably hold on to it. Should I? She said, break room laid out Amber. Break room laid out Amber. Did I miss that one? All right, y'all. I think I am going to do another live because I do need to release some information, but I needed to be titled with the new information. Tomorrow, I'm going to release some information for y'all. I might even do it in the morning. See, somebody already said it. Somebody already said it. I might as well go on and put it out, y'all. So TM's info. So was that already put out? Y'all. Hold on. Show y'all something. Oh, she said Jenny posted it. Okay, I didn't know. I was probably asleep. Okay. So she posted it. All right. Well, that's cool. So y'all already seen it. All right. Well, I'm going to show it to you anyway. So, no, that's not it. Hold on. I got the wrong one. That's not the one I want to show you. It's this one. I want to talk about this for a minute. Just for a minute, baby. Just for a minute. Okay. Here you go. I want to explain something. All right, hold on. Let me explain something to y'all. All right. So, can y'all see this? First of all, Tamika was under some charges, right? Terroristic threats. All right. Let me just show y'all right quick. Hold on. Let me drink some water. Tamika was under some terroristic threats. Y'all see that right there? Terroristic threats. She was under those charges, which she said, start another live. Y'all want me to start another live? Start it. So, okay, listen. All right, let me start another live. Let's start another live. Let's cut this one down. Let's start another live right away. All right. Right away. Click the thumbs up button. Thank everybody for the super chats, super stickers. Thank you so much. Come right back. Okay. And let's go over this one right quick. Cause this is, yeah, it ain't going to be long, but I do want to start. Let's start another live. Okay. Cause I want to explain what really happened. Okay. All right. Come right back. Love y'all.